Hi and Assalamualaikum. This is our group project for structural design section 5 and we are from group 10 under Dr. Salipah. Next, this is the 5 member of our group, which include the first one is ARISSA ILYANA binti SAZALI AF 210072, then IZZATI NABILLA binti ROSLAN DF 210047. The next one is SOFEA IRWAYU binti SARIZAN AF 210074, NURAFIQAH SYAZANA binti KHAIDIR AF 210064, and the last one is SITI Malihah binti Amin AF 210077.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is ARISSA ILYANA binti SAZALI and my metric number is AF 210072. Okay, today I will present about introduction. In this group project, our task is truly design the structural component of two-story home located in daerah Seremban, especially at City Park Seremban 2, Negeri Sembilan. Okay, the chosen architectural rendering serves as the basic for our calculation, which involves selecting the appropriate characteristic for the project. We consideration include the way of finishes as a permanent activities characteristics, variation in feature due to different action from individuals and machinery, and the use of the Euro code to determine permissible bending moment, concrete grade, and other factors. We also ensuring the safety of the structure and its occupant is paramount, making this integrate calculations crucial before construction begins. For the objective, first, we provide structural layout design such as ground floor, first floor, roof and roof level based on an architectural drawing. The second one is offer an acceptable and workable slab thickness and beam size, and the last one is describe the properties of the material used. Alright, the purpose of the project is first, the calculation for the design of continuously supported and simply supported beams can be finished by the student up to the detailed stage. The second one is the student comprehension of the procedure for designing reinforced concrete structure enhanced by this assignment, and the last one is to conclude their examination of the design. The student might consult in the Euro code.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is SOFEA binti SARIZAN. So today I'm going to present our group project, which is methodology part. The first methodology is we have to use AutoCAD to create a structural layout blueprints, which is the ground floor, the first floor and the roof structure. We have to choose which beam to design, which is we have a continuous beam and simply supported beam. The third is we have to organize a discussion in the group to decide the ways that to alter our beam size. And then the fourth step is we have to determine the material's characteristic, which is unit weight and strength, for examples. And for the fifth step is we have to identify the permanent and variable actions to employ in design as per Eurocode 1 and Eurocode 2. For the step 6, after we calculate and we refer to Eurocode 1 and Eurocode 2, which is we can get slab to beam analysis and distribution of load. And for the 7th step is we begin to design for the selected beam, reinforcement, flexural and shear reinforcement too. And then design for the last step is design output, which is design the beam detailing.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I am NURAFIQAH SYAZANA binti KHAIDIR. So this is our group plan for architectural plan. So the first picture is the ground floor architectural plan. Next, this is our architectural plan of first floor for our project. And this is the roof plan for architectural plan of our group.
Next, I'm going to present our structural layout plan. For structural layout plan, we only have for ground floor plan and for the first floor plans. This is the picture of ground floor plan and the first floor plan. That's all from me. Thank you.
The success of the structure depends on the efficient and accurate distribution of the structural loads, which is also every structural engineer's fundamental objective. We need to distribute the weight, and if the foundation is sustainable enough, a heavy, aggressive load may be used. The weight won't be dispersed if the foundation is too tiny or too brittle, leading to failure. The first element is beam. The beam is 200 times 550 mm, while secondary beam is 2500 times 500 mm.
To calculate the self-weight beam, the calculation is width times overall depth h times 20 kN per meter. The second element is brick wall, which have 4 meter for each floor and 100 mm of cement plaster on both sides. The calculation to calculate brick wall is height of wall times 2.6 kN per meter square, which is the brick wall density. The last element for this project is slab. Beam self-weight, constant and variable slab action, secondary beam action, and other structural or non-structural elements are among the actions that are applied to the slab. The thickness of the slab is 100 mm reinforced concrete slab. The formula to calculate the slab loading is slab thickness times 25 kN per meter squared reinforced concrete density.
Hi and Assalamualaikum, I am Malihah and I will present on discussion. So for discussion, each member is required to produce one continuous beam and one simply supported beam from the proposed building. The specification that we employ are as follows, which is first one is slab thickness must be 100 mm, brick wall is 3 meter, design life is 50 years, exposure class is XC3, and unit weight of concrete must be 25 kN per meter square root, and then FCK is 20 Newton per millimeter square root. Then characteristic strength of steel ending, which is FYK, must be 500 Newton per millimeter square root. To discuss more about our project, a beam which includes pin support at one end and roller support at the other is referred to as a simply supported beam. Depending on the load applied, it undergoes bending and shearing. It is one of the simplest elements of structure. Then, the continuous beam comprises multiple support positioned at various points along its length. When a point load was applied to the beam, we discovered that it is difficult to compute manually. In this project, we demonstrate the manual calculations performed by every group members in various beam situations, as shown before this.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is IZZATI NABILLA binti ROSLAN, number matric TF210047, and I will talk about conclusion. Reinforced concrete is one of the principal materials used in many civil engineering applications, such as the constructions of buildings, and this project is best to design according to the Eurocode 2. Concrete structure design, which includes beam, slab, column, and staircase design, must be precise as to take into account structural safety to prevent unwanted problems, such as bending and cracking from occurring. Concrete has a high compressive strength but a low tensile strength. As a result, we require steel bars that will be subjected to tensile stresses since they can withstand large tensile stresses. The design accuracy for this project is established by manual calculations, and our study can be considered successful since we were able to obtain a basic understanding of beam design principles and equations by applying this technique. Manual calculations also give useful insights into the design process, and we are able to discover the feasible beam size and thickness, as well as the material qualities and the permanent and variable actions to be applied in building design. However, there are some constraints that need an engineer using both manual calculations and computer-aided design tools. Manually designing beams may be time-consuming, especially for complicated buildings or projects with many beams to analyze. Inaccuracies in the information obtained can arise, leading to the worst-case scenario of the structure failing. To summarize, there are numerous approaches for designing structures, and the one utilized for this project is appropriate for educational purposes but not for actual construction. That's all from us. Thank you.